Hi guys, good morning. So I was in bed and I had a couple of thoughts on my mind running through. So I decided to come and document some of them. Um, Hope you're doing well. So just to get straight to it, um, a bunch of things I've been working on these days have been giving me a lot of feedback, you know, around life and how things actually are. And the older you get, the more you need to reflect on things and figure out, you know, the wise way to move forward. And that word reflect is a key word here. So pretty much, um, the focus of this particular episode is going to be short. Is on inserting space. One of the things I've found for myself is that regret is a very significant issue. um Jay-Z, who is someone that I've listened to and followed for a very long time, one of his favorite lines, or one of my favorite lines of his, is, in order to survive you have to learn to live with regrets. And it's a very packed line that can mean a lot of things to different people, but pretty much, um, regret eats you up significantly. And to be able to muster the energy to proceed with living, one has to learn to live with those regrets. However, you must learn also to minimize regret. Or maybe I should say, better still, I I must learn how to minimize regret. And regret minimization is a very interesting thing because, first of all, it's a long term focused mindset. When you focus today on minimizing regret, you're aiming to put tomorrow's you in a position where they have a better headspace, to make decisions, and to enjoy life without so much attachment to the past, or having to work to detach themselves from some of the regrets of the past. Um, and this night I was thinking about just how important it is to be silent, and to sit and observe. So here's the thing: I'm Nigerian and I grew up in Lagos. If you know anything about Lagos, you have to be sharp. It's from a very young age. It's been inculcated into us that you have to be sharp, you have to be wise, you have to be quick, quick to react, quick to respond, all of that stuff. And I'm sure a lot of us have had situations where we were in certain types of circumstances or conditions and we reacted in a certain way. But in hindsight, as they say, hindsight is 2020. You see all these gaps in your reaction and how you could have reacted better. And what I've realized, or what I was thinking tonight, was that being willing to be silent in that moment, to take a breath, to insert space, allows you to reflect quickly, which links back to that first thing I said about reflect being one of the themes. Allows you to reflect in the moment. Now, in life, when we learn when we truly reflect, or we truly learn when we reflect. Um, and so, looking for opportunities as much as possible to reflect and to shorten that cycle of reflection, to almost bring it into the present, allows you so much wisdom. Just close your eyes and picture this. There's a person who has learned to reflect on their actions not a week after they acted, or not 5 minutes after they acted, but while they are acting, as close to the present as possible. I'm sure even in your mind's eye, you can picture that person as some wise person. Now, we might never really get to that point where we're some sage or whatever. However, that's part of the work daily, trying to be wiser, trying to be smarter, trying to be a better person than one was yesterday. And so, being able to take reflection from it being a hindsight thing to as close to the present as possible is the aim here. And one of the ways to do that is to insert space in the present. So when something happens, instead of reacting immediately, I tell myself to insert space. That space allows me to be able to think about what I'm about to do and to ensure that I am minimizing regret for future me in the present by taking time to act in a way that would potentially be wiser than I would if I rushed into things. You know, and just back to that Lagos whole thing. Having been from Lagos, I'm used to reacting, and hey, now maybe sharp guy. I must do this, I must do that kind of thing. But you know, sometimes the more powerful person is the quieter person, the person who's sitting and observing, who's just looking at things and smiling to themselves. Even you wonder that wait till they go through this person mind, where you just sit down like this, just they look, just they observe. You understand? You look, you observe, and then you smile to yourself and you make a decision and you follow through with your decision. You insert space, and instead of aggravating yourself, instead of getting yourself all worked up, or instead of making short-term focused decisions that would then cause regret for you in the future, you slot in that space 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and you're able to be leaps and bounds ahead of what default you would have done. I'm really looking forward to incorporating this a little bit more into my life. This theme of inserting space is something that has come to mind many times over, and I've run into it in different themes, in meditation, in reflection, in learning, in getting feedback, in all of that, in processing feedback, all of that. One thing I've learned to be able to better do those things in the moment is to insert space. And so this week, as we go, as we do things, try to insert space. Before you react, before you act, before you make a decision, insert space. You get a new offer, instead of jumping on it without really considering it, insert space. You get a contract, instead of immediately signing it and not knowing the details of the contract or realizing some of the hidden costs of what you're going to do, insert some space. Ask for some time to think about it. You're about to, punch someone in the face, insert space. Just remember to insert space. Have a great day. Bye.